Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something many of us encounter, either as couples or guests, the wedding registry.
That's right. And specifically, we're looking at how online platforms, using Amazon's registry as our main example, have really changed the game.
Exactly. So our mission today is to kind of unpack the features, the benefits of a modern registry like Amazon's, see how it works, and, how it aims to make gifting simpler for everyone involved.
hmm And we're drawing from Amazon's own descriptions of their service, looking at everything from the tools they offer couples to the perks for guests.
Yeah, there's a lot there. The idea is really to demystify this whole process because let's face it, setting up or buying from a registry can feel a bit overwhelming sometimes.
It really can. It's quite a shift from, the old days of going store to store with a checklist. Now it's this huge digital marketplace.
Right. A global marketplace, like you said. It really reflects how we do celebratory gifting now.
Definitely. The efficiency and the reach are just on another level.
Okay, so let's get practical. For someone who maybe hasn't done this before, couple or guest, how does it actually kick off? How do you start?
Well, for the couple, it's pretty straightforward. There's usually a big Create Your Registry button right there on the site.
Okay.
You either sign into your existing Amazon account or, create a new one if you need to. Then it just guides you through the steps on screen.
So like a wizard setup.
Pretty much, yeah. You're basically curating your wish list for your new life together, item by item, adding things you need, things you want.
And for the guests, how do they find the right list? I imagine you don't want to buy towels for the wrong couple.
Hey, no, definitely not. Amazon makes that simple too. There's a find a registry option.
Right.
Guests can search using the couple's names, maybe the city or state they live in. Even the wedding date helps narrow it down.
Ah, okay. So it's designed to be fairly precise.
Exactly. Avoids that awkward mix-up.
Good. So the registry is set up, guests can find it. What are the, standout benefits for the couple using something like Amazon? We know the selection is huge, but what else?
Yeah, the Earth's biggest selection tagline is, well, pretty accurate. That's a massive plus. But beyond just stuff, there's the completion discount.
Ooh, tell me about that. How does that work?
So if the couple receives, I think it's $500 or more in qualifying purchases from their registry,
Okay.
they unlock a one-time 20% discount. It applies to eligible items that are shipped and sold by Amazon, things left on their list, basically.
20%, that's pretty significant.
It is, yeah, though it's capped. It applies on an order total up to $1,500, so the maximum discount you can actually get is $300.
Still, $300 off things you need anyway. That's helpful.
Definitely. Helps furnish the nest, fill in those gaps after the wedding.
What about duplicates? Or maybe getting something that just isn't quite right? Returns.
Yeah, that's another key thing. They offer a 180-day return window for registry gifts.
180 days, 6 months.
Yep. Gives that couple plenty of time to sort things out, return duplicates, or exchange something if needed. It's quite a bit more flexible than, say, a traditional 30 or 90-day window.
That's a good safety net.
Yeah.
Now, I saw something about gift card funds. That sounds different. Not your typical registry item.
Right. This is where it gets really modern. Instead of just physical gifts, guests can contribute money towards an electronic Amazon gift card for the couple.
Ah, okay. So like a cash fund, but specifically for Amazon.
Exactly. And Amazon states there are no fees for this, so the couple gets the full amount contributed.
Interesting. Do they suggest what these funds are for?
They do. They give examples, probably to spark ideas. Things like a honeymoon supplies fund, or maybe a home renovation fund for furniture or decor, even a celebration fund for date nights, or a family fund for future plans like pets or kids, and just a general anytime fund.
So they're framing it around goals and experiences.
Precisely. And they often show like a $1,000 goal for these, just as an example amount, I suppose. It lets guests feel like they're contributing to something bigger than just, a toaster. Though toasters are great too.
Huh. Yeah, nothing wrong with a good toaster. And what about those bigger items? Sometimes there's something expensive a couple really wants.
That's where group gifting comes in. It's a feature specifically for that.
How does that work?
It allows multiple guests to chip in smaller amounts towards one pricier item. So maybe that fancy espresso machine or that piece of furniture becomes achievable because 5 people put in, say, $50 each instead of one person having to buy the whole thing.
I see. That makes those aspirational gifts more accessible.
Yeah, it kind of democratizes the big ticket items.
Can couples make the registry feel, theirs, more personal than just a list?
Absolutely. They can add notes to items, Maybe explain why they want that specific thing or how they imagine using it.
Oh, that's nice. Adds a personal touch.
Yeah, and they can also mark certain items as most wanted, which can help guide guests who aren't sure what to pick.
Right. Like a little hint.
Exactly. And on the practical side for the couple, there's tracking. It keeps a record of who bought what gift and when.
Ah, the thank you note lifesaver.
You got it. Makes that whole process way less daunting.
Okay, so it sounds like there are quite a few advantages for the couple.
Yeah.
What about the guests? Why should they use the Amazon registry instead of just, going rogue?
Convenience is probably the #1 reason for guests. Fast, free shipping on eligible items is a huge perk, especially if they have Prime.
True. Saves a trip to the post office or the store.
Right. The gift can often just be shipped directly to the couple.
Mm.
And as we mentioned, that gift card option is super easy if a guest prefers to give money or if the couple seems to be focusing on those funds.
Makes the guesswork out of it.
Totally. Less pressure to find the perfect physical gift if you're unsure.
And it's not just random online brands, right?
Mhm.
I think I saw some familiar names.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The variety includes a lot of well-known, desirable brands. The info we reviewed mentioned names like Dyson, Keurig, iRobot.
Ah, the techie stuff.
Yeah, and also things like Nespresso, Le Creuset. So you've got high-end kitchenware, home goods, electronics, a real mix.
So guests can find quality, recognizable brands they trust.
Exactly. Across different price points, too.
It seems like Amazon's also tried to answer common questions up front,
Yeah.
like in an FAQ section.
They have. They cover the basics, like, how to actually create the registry step by step. They reassure people about the brand variety we just talked about.
Okay.
And importantly, they clarify the rules for that 20% completion discount, making sure people know about the $500 purchase threshold. Just trying to manage expectations and make it clear.
Right, heading off confusion before it starts.
Hmm.
So wrapping things up, it really sounds like the Amazon Wedding Registry and likely similar online platforms offer a pretty streamlined, comprehensive solution.
I'd say so. It centralizes everything, gives massive choice, and throws in some nice perks like the discount and the long return window. It simplifies things for the couple and the guests.
Yeah, a big difference from how things used to be, much more fragmented.
Definitely a departure.
It does make you think, though, how does this kind of super efficient, massive choice digital registry change the whole tradition of wedding gifts? When you can click and add almost anything from anywhere. What does that mean for maybe the surprise element or the thought that goes into picking something unique off list?
That's a really interesting point. It definitely raises questions about that balance between sort of ultimate convenience and practicality versus maybe the more traditional sentimentality or personalization in gift giving. How are platforms like this shifting that balance for big life events?
Yeah, something to ponder for sure. How technology shapes not just how we give, but maybe even what it means.
Exactly. It's an ongoing evolution.
Well, for anyone listening who's either getting married or has a wedding coming up on their calendar, we've put a link directly to the Amazon Wedding Registry page in the description if you want to check it out for yourself.